1. Bite. 2. Break into. 3. Crash into. 4. Drop. 5. Faint. 6. Fall. 7. Lose. 8. Spill. 9. Trip. 10. Get on. 11. Get off. 12. Get out of. 13. Burn myself. 14. Cut myself. 15. Hurt myself. 'The blackout. Last night at 8 o'clock, there was a blackout in Centerville. The lights went out all over town. Listen to the first model.
What was Doris doing last night when the lights went out?
She was taking a bath.
Listen to the second model.
What were Mr. and Mrs. Green doing last night when the lights went out?
They were riding in the elevator.
Do exercises 1 through 9. You will hear the correct line after you speak. We'll begin. 1.
What was David doing last night when the lights went out?
He was cooking.
2.
What were Mr. and Mrs. Park doing last night when the lights went out?
They were watching TV.
3.
What was Helen doing last night when the lights went out?
She was washing her hair.
4.
What were you and your brother doing last night when the lights went out?
We were studying.
5.
What were you doing last night when the lights went out?
I was reading the newspaper.
6.
What was Larry doing last night when the lights went out?
He was cleaning his apartment.
7.
What was Alice doing last night when the lights went out?
She was eating dinner.
8.
What were your parents doing last night when the lights went out?
They were shopping.
9.
What was your cousin Sam doing last night when the lights went out?
He was feeding his dog.
I saw you yesterday, but you didn't see me. Listen to the model.
I saw you yesterday, but you didn't see me.
Really? When?
At about 2:30. You were getting out of a taxi on Main Street.
That wasn't me. Yesterday at 2:30, I was cooking dinner.
I guess I made a mistake.
Do exercises 1 through 5. You will hear the correct line after you speak. 1. We'll begin.
I saw you yesterday, but you didn't see me.
Really? When?
At about 2:30. You were walking into the laundromat.
That wasn't me. Yesterday at 2:30, I was working at my office.
I guess I made a mistake.
2. We'll begin.
I saw you yesterday, but you didn't see me.
Really? When?
At about 2:30. You were walking out of the library.
That wasn't me. Yesterday at 2:30, I was taking a history test.
I guess I made a mistake.
3. We'll begin.
I saw you yesterday, but you didn't see me.
Really? When?
At about 2:30. You were getting on a bus.
That wasn't me. Yesterday at 2:30, I was visiting my grandparents.
I guess I made a mistake.
4. You begin.
I saw you yesterday, but you didn't see me. Really? When? At about 2:30, you were getting off a merry-go-round. That wasn't me. Yesterday at 2:30, I was practicing the piano. I guess I made a mistake.
5. You begin.
I saw you yesterday, but you didn't see me.
Really? When?
At about 2:30. You were jogging through the park.
That wasn't me. Yesterday at 2:30, I was fixing my bathroom sink.
I guess I made a mistake.
I was cleaning, you were cooking, he was playing, they were looking side by side.
This is Side by Side TV News Morning Edition with Bob Rogers and Jackie Williams, Maria Hernandez with the weather, and Chip Stevens on sports.
Good morning, everybody. Along with Jackie Williams, I'm Bob Rogers. Well, as you all know by now, there was a blackout in Centerville last night. The lights went out all over town.
Side-by-Side TV News reporter Scott Mason is standing by downtown to find out what people were doing last night when the lights went out. Scott, are you there?
Jackie, it seems like everybody in town is talking about the blackout last night. Everyone has a story to tell. What were you doing last night when the lights went out?
I was washing the dishes, and my wife was giving the baby a bath.
I was washing my clothes at the laundromat, and suddenly everything got dark. My husband and I were watching TV, and our children were doing their homework.
And what were you doing last night when the lights went out? Excuse me.
Yeah?
What were you doing last night when the lights went out?
Did the lights go out last night?
Yes, the lights went out all over town.
Huh. How about that? I didn't even know. I was listening to music all night.
You were listening to music, but there was no electricity.
Batteries.
So you see, Bob and Jackie, everybody's talking about what they were doing last night when the lights went out. But why did the lights go out? To find the answer, side-by-side TV news reporter Gloria Rodriguez is standing by at the main office of the power company. Gloria?
I'm here at the main office of the Centerville Power Company with Fred Watts, the company's Director of Public Information. Mr. Watts, what happened last night?
Well, Gloria, as you know, the lights went out all over town.
Yes, we know that, Mr. Watts. Can you tell us why?
Well, we aren't sure yet. We know it was raining very hard when the blackout occurred, but we aren't certain that's the reason for the problem. We're working on it.
Mr. Watts, is it true that you were all having a big party here last night and nobody was watching the controls?
Absolutely not. We were working here and doing our jobs as usual.
Well, thank you for talking with us, Mr. Watts. So, Bob and Jackie, that's what we know right now. It was raining very hard last night, and perhaps that's the reason the lights went out all over town. This is Gloria Rodriguez, reporting live from the power company for Side-by-Side TV News.
Thank you, Gloria. Whew, what a night. What were you doing last night when the lights went out?
I was washing the dishes.
How about your wife? What was Doris doing last night when the lights went out?
She was taking a bath.
I was still working in the building. Did you hear what happened to the station manager and his wife?
No. What were Mr. and Mrs. Green doing last night when the lights went out?
They were riding in the elevator.
Oh, that's terrible.
Coming up, a robbery on River Street. We'll be back in a moment.
I saw you yesterday, but you didn't see me.
Really? When?
At about 2:30. You were getting out of a taxi on Main Street.
That wasn't me. Yesterday at 2:30, I was cooking dinner.
I guess I made a mistake.
Stay tuned for Our Neighbors, Our Lives, coming up after the morning news.
Hi, this is Ernesto Retina, owner of ICU, your one-stop place for eye examinations and eyeglasses. Does this scene look familiar?
I saw you yesterday, but you didn't see me. Really? When? At about 4 o'clock, you were jogging through the park. That wasn't me. Yesterday at 4 o'clock, I was playing tennis.
I guess I made a mistake. Don't let this happen to you. Come to ICU for an eye examination today. This is Ernesto Retina saying, I'll see you at ICU.
There was a robbery at 151 River Street yesterday afternoon. Side-by-side TV news reporter Maxine Baxter talked with the tenants of the building and filed this report.
Yesterday wasn't a very good day for the people who live at 151 River Street. Burglars broke into every apartment in the building while all the tenants were out. What were you folks doing yesterday afternoon?
I was washing my clothes at the laundromat.
I was visiting a friend in the hospital.
We were having a picnic at the beach.
I was playing tennis in the park.
And how about you? What were you doing?
My roommate and I were attending a football game.
I was out of town. I was visiting my grandchildren in Ohio.
And how do you all feel about what happened?
I'm really upset.
It's terrible.
I can't believe it.
Yesterday certainly was an unfortunate day for the people at 151 River Street. They had no idea that while they were away, burglars broke into every apartment in the building. Today, everybody is trying to put their apartments and their lives back together. Maxine Baxter, Side by Side, TV News.
Police are still investigating the robbery at 151 River Street. As of now, there are no suspects.
And that's the Side by Side TV News Morning Edition for today. We'll see you this evening. I'm Bob Rogers.
And I'm Jackie Williams. Our Neighbors, Our Lives is next. Have a good day.
A robbery. Listen. There was a robbery at 151 River Street yesterday afternoon. Burglars broke into every apartment in the building while all the tenants were out. The man in apartment 1 wasn't home. He was washing his clothes at the laundromat. The woman in apartment 2 wasn't home either. She was visiting a friend in the hospital. The people in apartment 3 were gone. They were having a picnic at the beach. The man in apartment 4 was out. He was playing tennis in the park. The college students in apartment 5 were away. They were attending a football game. And the elderly lady in apartment 6 was out of town. She was visiting her grandchildren in Ohio. Yesterday certainly was an unfortunate day for the people at 151 River Street. They had no idea that while they were away, burglars broke into every apartment in the building. He went to the movies by himself. Listen to the model.
What did John do yesterday?
He went to the movies.
Oh, who did he go to the movies with?
Nobody. He went to the movies by himself.
Do exercises 1 through 8. You will hear the correct line after you speak. 1. We'll begin.
What did Aunt Ethel do yesterday?
She went to the circus.
Oh, who did she go to the circus with?
Nobody. She went to the circus by herself.
2. We'll begin.
What did your parents do yesterday?
They went sailing.
Oh, who did they go sailing with?
Nobody. They went sailing by themselves.
3. We'll begin.
What did you and your wife do yesterday?
We had a picnic.
Oh, who did you have a picnic with?
Nobody. We had a picnic by ourselves.
4. We'll begin.
What did Anne do yesterday?
She drove to the mountains.
Oh, who did she drive to the mountains with?
Nobody. She drove to the mountains by herself.
5. We'll begin.
What did you do yesterday?
I went bowling.
Oh, who did you go bowling with?
Nobody. I went bowling by myself.
Six. We'll begin.
What did your brother and sister do yesterday?
They played volleyball.
Oh, who did they play volleyball with?
Nobody. They played volleyball by themselves.
7. You begin.
What did Grandma do yesterday?
She took a walk in the park.
Oh, who did she take a walk in the park with?
Nobody. She took a walk in the park by herself.
8. You begin.
What did Uncle Joe do yesterday?
He went fishing.
Oh, who did he go fishing with?
Nobody. He went fishing by himself.
I had a bad day today. Listen to the first model.
You look upset. I had a bad day today. Why? What happened? I lost my wallet while I was jogging through the park. I'm sorry to hear that.
Listen to the second model.
Harry looks upset.
He had a bad day today.
Why? What happened?
He cut himself while he was shaving.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Do exercises 1 through 9. You will hear the correct line after you speak. We'll begin. 1.
You look upset.
I had a bad day today.
Why? What happened?
I hurt myself while I was fixing my fence.
I'm sorry to hear that.
2.
Emma looks upset.
She had a bad day today.
Why? What happened?
She dropped her packages while she was walking out of the supermarket.
I'm sorry to hear that.
3.
Your parents look upset.
They had a bad day today.
Why? What happened?
They got a flat tire while they were driving over a bridge.
I'm sorry to hear that.
4.
Henry looks upset.
He had a bad day today.
Why? What happened?
He tripped and fell while he was walking down the stairs.
I'm sorry to hear that.
5.
You look upset.
I had a bad day today.
Why? What happened?
I burned myself while I was cooking on the barbecue.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Six.
Wilma looks upset.
She had a bad day today.
Why? What happened?
She fainted while she was waiting for the bus.
I'm sorry to hear that.
7.
You and your husband look upset.
We had a bad day today.
Why? What happened?
Somebody stole our car while we were shopping.
I'm sorry to hear that.
8.
You look upset.
I had a bad day today.
Why? What happened?
A can of paint fell on me while I was walking under a ladder.
I'm sorry to hear that.
9.
The mail carrier looks upset.
He had a bad day today.
Why? What happened?
A dog bit him while he was delivering the mail.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And then while shaving cut himself side by side.
What did you do yesterday?
I went to the beach.
Oh. Who did you go to the beach with?
Nobody. I went to the beach by myself.
You went by yourself?
Yes. I had a great time.
What did John do yesterday?
He went to the movies.
Oh. Who did he go to the movies with?
Nobody. He went to the movies by himself.
What did Tina do yesterday?
She played cards.
Oh, who did she play cards with?
Nobody. She played cards by herself.
Look, Sheila, the Robinsons are painting their house by themselves.
Hi, Lois. Hi, Larry. Are you guys really painting your house by yourselves? Yes, we are. We're painting it ourselves.
It's going to look great.
Thanks.
What's that for, Larry?
This? It sprays the paint on the house. It's really great. It almost paints the house by itself.
Well, folks, it looks terrific. We'll see you later. Take care.
Bye.
You know, we should paint our house soon.
By ourselves?
Why not? They're doing it themselves.
All right, we'll see.
You look upset.
I had a bad day today.
Why? What happened?
I lost my wallet while I was jogging through the park.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Harry looks upset.
He had a bad day today.
Why? What happened?
He cut himself while he was shaving.
What a shame.
What did you do? Oh, I burned myself while I was cooking dinner.
Ooh.
How about you?
I hurt myself while I was bowling.
Your back?
Yeah, my back.
That's too bad.
What's the matter with your husband?
He poked himself in the eye.
Ouch. I bet that hurts.
It sure does.
What happened to your daughter?
She cut herself while she was slicing a bagel.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is this your first time here?
Oh, no. We come to this clinic all the time, whenever we hurt ourselves.
Reflexive injury clinic. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. It's broken? I see. And did you do this to yourself, or did it just happen? I see. Well, I'm sorry. I'm afraid we can't help you. We only take care of reflexive injuries. That's right. Things people do to themselves. Like when they cut themselves, burn themselves, or hurt themselves. I'm sorry to hear it's broken, but I'm afraid we can't help you. Well, take care of yourself. Goodbye. My goodness.
Was he angry?
Oh, yes. He was beside himself. Reflexive injury clinic. You cut yourself? That's too bad. Can you come in at 2 o'clock? See you then.
How to say it. Reacting to bad news. Listen.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's too bad.
That's terrible.
That's a shame.
What a shame. What a pity.
How awful.
Friday the 13th. Listen.
Yesterday was Friday the 13th. Many people believe that Friday the 13th is a very unlucky day. I myself didn't think so until yesterday. Yesterday, I burned myself while I was cooking breakfast. My wife cut herself while she was opening a package. My son poked himself in the eye while he was putting on his glasses. Our daughter spilled milk all over herself while she was eating lunch. Both our children fell and hurt themselves while they were rollerblading. And we all got wet paint all over ourselves while we were sitting on a bench in the park. I'm not usually superstitious, but yesterday was a very unlucky day. So the next time it's Friday the 13th, do yourself a favor. Take care of yourself.
Listening. Listen to the conversations. What happened to these people? Listen and choose the correct answer. 1.
How did you do that?
I did it while I was shaving.
2.
When did it happen?
While I was getting off a bus.
3.
Why do you think it happened?
It was a very hot day.
4.
The park isn't as safe as it used to be. You're right.
5.
What were they doing?
They were playing outside.
6.
How did it happen?
He dropped the glass.
'An accident. Listen.
I saw an accident this morning while I was standing at the corner of Park Street and Central Avenue. A man in a small red sports car was driving down Park Street very fast. While he was driving, he was talking on his cell phone. At the same time, a woman in a large green pickup truck was driving along Central Avenue very slowly. While she was driving, she was drinking a cup of coffee and eating a donut. While the woman was driving through the intersection, the man in the sports car didn't stop at a stop sign, and he crashed into the pickup truck. The man and the woman were very upset. While they were shouting at each other, the police came. Fortunately, nobody was hurt badly.
Pronunciation. Did and was. Listen, then say it.
What did he do? Who did he go with? What was he doing? Where was she driving?
Say it. Then listen.
How did he hurt himself? Where did he fall? Where was she going? Where did it happen?